The problem with this Philips steam generator is that the blue and green lights suddenly start flashing for no apparent reason. The machine no longer works and cannot even be switched off. A guy by the name of Chernihiv, speaking in Russian, has posted a very useful video about this problem, and thanks to him I had a clue where to start looking. The tricky part is that the problem didn't occur all the time, so it was unclear what was really wrong. The way to get the machine working again if the blue and green lights flash is by pressing the green eco and on-off buttons simultaneously and then plugging the wall outlet in. The red light will light up and go out, and then the machine will start to heat up as it should. Sometimes, if the fault occurs, it is not even possible to reset the machine, and I will demonstrate this. So I undo the wall outlet. I do the reset process by pressing both buttons simultaneously and reinsert the wall plug. And we will see that the machine faults immediately and will not start up. So there's obviously something wrong, and most probably there is a rupture of a wire somewhere in the loom between the base and the iron, and we will have to start trying to find. We'll have to try to find the source of that problem. A way of testing the wire connections between the base and the iron, which all run through this hose loom with the canvas shield, is to use a multimeter set to its sort of beep testing mode. If I touch the two pins, the instrument will beep. And now by just running the test across each of the connections, so I now have the black one, and I look up the black one here. That's okay. If I now pick up the blue one. The blue one is, I'll show you, the blue one is over here. It's okay, no problem. I then pick up the grey one. Just simply clip this onto here, make sure it doesn't touch anything else. And then look up the grey wire in here in the multi-connector. That's okay. And then finally do the same to the brown wire. Just pick up the brown one. The brown one is here, and the brown wire is supposed to be here. Okay, that's okay. And then finally I pick up the yellow one, and I look for the other end of the yellow wire here, and here nothing happens. So in other words, this is an open connection, which means that there is a rupture in the yellow wire somewhere inside this wire loom. And to be absolutely sure, to be 100% sure, we can run another test, which is to now create a bypass of the yellow wire inside the loom by setting the multimeter to current, which means that there will be the current will run through these testing wires, and then do a reset of the system and see whether it will start up. I hold the two
the two buttons. I press the two buttons and insert the wall plug. And here the system will start up. So that's, well, this means that it's working. LED light will be flashing. And that takes about 2 minutes until the system is, until the machine is ready for use. Now the blue LED is permanently lit, so the flashing is finished. And if I now touch the, if I now push the steam switch, the machine will produce steam as it should. And to demonstrate that this is really the source of the problem, I now disconnect the bypass. You will see that the system, that the machine gets into fault mode straight away because the connection of the yellow wire has been interrupted. Disrupted wire, it is not possible to reset the system. I will show that. So we now have the broken yellow wire situation. I'll pull the plug from the mains. I press the two reset buttons and I put the plug back in. And what will happen is the machine will not start up, and you will the red light will remain on, and the green and blue lights will start to flash intermittently. So that's a clear evidence of the fact that that this yellow wire is at fault here. There are people who manage to wiggle a new wire inside this loom. That's quite a tedious job, and frankly, because Philips spare parts are easily obtainable in my country, I have just ordered a new loom from a parts reseller. I've taken the loom out of the machine, and as we saw during the tests, apparently the yellow wire is the one that has a rupture at some point. So I have reconnecting the multimeter in beeping mode, and I plugged one end of the lead into the yellow wire connector, and I will now touch the other end. And here all of a sudden we see that the circuit is closed, but when the loom was still in the machine, the circuit was open. So the interesting question is now, what is causing the problem? Here we are. So we can see that somewhere in here the point of the rupture of the yellow wire will be. I have now fixed the machine by replacing the wire and hose loom between the base and the iron. Everything has been put back together, and now the big question is, will the machine start up properly? So I do reset, push, and there we go. The blue LED will start flashing, and after about 2 minutes the flashing will stop. We can see the blue LED has stopped flashing. It's now burning permanently, and we can now try and see whether the machine will work. We can now switch the machine off whenever we want and turn it back on, and it will simply come on. So this problem has now effectively been solved.